Top of the morning, good people. Welcome to another edition of Double Innocence with your boy, E-Double. Dropping gems and taking zero, and I'm going to repeat it one more time, 0 prisoners. Now, I want you guys to know, I had an excellent weekend. All of my picks that I picked in the NBA this weekend, all of them were correct. Wow, that's the first time I've said that. I've been able to say that in a very, very long time. All of my NBA predictions I predicted this weekend were correct. I had sat here and told each and every one of you individuals that the Indiana Pacers were going to beat the New York Knicks. Indiana did exactly what I said they were going to do. I had told you guys, the Dallas Mavericks, the experience was finally going to kick in, and they were going to beat the OKC Thunder. Indeed, that's exactly what Dallas did. Experience kicked in. Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, they played the way they had to play, and what happened? They're moving on to the Western Conference. The sleeper of the entire deal, where I'm telling you, when I was telling people this from the mountaintop, people were looking at me like I was crazy. They even had me second guessing myself on this particular prediction. The Minnesota Timberwolves. I had told you guys, the only team in this playoffs that I felt confident enough that were able to beat the Denver Nuggets were those Minnesota Timberwolves, led by the Ant-Man. In Game 7, in Denver. Minnesota is moving on. Can you believe it, people? Can you believe it? Now, hold on. Now, you know what? I got to be a little bit realistic about the game yesterday. Denver jumped all over them in the first half. All over Minnesota in the first half. So they had everything going for them. They had the momentum. The crowd behind them, in their house. They had something like, I don't know, maybe about between a 15 to I would even go up as far as an 18-point lead. But here's where Denver messed up. And I see on social media, a lot of people are taking shots at the Joker. Oh, yeah, your MVP couldn't get it done. Oh, the MVP. This is the so-called MVP. I'm a realist. I still do believe Joker deserves to be the MVP of the league. I believe that there's a debate. If I had a choice to have made, I would have picked SGA from OKC. That being said, I'm not disappointed that the Joker won it, because I think that, he's a very good candidate. The reason why Denver lost yesterday is because there's no way in hell you could expect the Joker to play an entire game. He didn't sit for 1 minute in the second half. And that 1 minute we're talking about, that's all he sat for in the first half. Go back and check the stats, people. The Joker sat for 1 minute in the first half. And he did not come out of the game in the second half. He had nothing left. So yes, Naz Reid did play him very well. Yes, we do have to sit down and talk about this so-called Defensive Player of the Year, because no word of a lie, as soon as they took him out of the game, this Rudy Gobert character, as soon as Minnesota took him out of the game, what ended up happening? Minnesota went on a run. He was their handicap. If you notice, the first 2 games that they played in Minnesota, one of the best games that they played was without Rudy Gobert, because he was at home expecting his first child. When they took him out of the game, things start to flow a hell of a lot better. Now, Naz Reid gets a lot of credit for the way in which he played the Joker in the second half. But we have to take into consideration he was playing a tired Joker. He was playing a gentleman that was trying to give you everything he had and left everything out there on the court. Because I don't care who you are. It could be my idol, Michael Jordan. He still has to come out for a break if you want to close the deal. The one thing Denver's going to have to do is probably get him a decent backup for next season, because you cannot ask the Joker to do it all. You have to be able to get him somebody that could go in, give him a little bit of a breather, could go in and do a little bit of dirty work for a couple of minutes, because I guarantee you, if they had that last night, there's a good possibility that the results might have been a little bit different. He might have had a little bit left to offer towards the end of the game. Denver doesn't have nothing to be ashamed of. No word of a lie. Reason being, because they did exactly what I needed them to do. They got rid of LeBum. And I stick strong to my statement. I think that playoffs is all about the matchups. That's why Denver had to have been the one to get rid of the LA Lakers. I don't think any other team in the West would have been able to do it in a 7-game series. In that same breath, Minnesota was the only team that could get rid of Denver in the Western Conference. I don't think that there would be any other team that could get rid of Denver in a 7-game series. Now I've already went out on a limb and I said that I'm picking Minnesota to win the entire championship. But I'm actually going to sit down and try and look at the matchup between Dallas and Minnesota, because it's a little bit of a different matchup. Rudy Gobert may be able to do a little bit of different things in this game and be a little bit more effective. I don't expect him to be no kind of scorer, but he might be able to do a little bit of things and be a little bit more effective. Why? Because the matchup is going to be a little bit more friendly for him. Minnesota matches up good against Dallas. So, I'm still, like I said, I'm an individual. I don't jump the bandwagon. I don't jump from one team to another team. I came on a limb and I said that I'm picking Minnesota to win a championship, and I'm going to stick with that statement. I want you guys to share, like, subscribe. My predictions deserve all of you guys' subscriptions. Double Innocence with your boy E-Dub is out. Have yourself a blessed day, people. It's Monday. Beautiful Monday. The sun is shining in the streets of Montreal. Yes, sir. I want you guys to have yourself a wonderful day. It's a holiday up here. Spend it with family. Like I said, the day is beautiful. Have some barbecues. Kick back. Enjoy the day. Get ready for a beautiful week. That being said, Double Innocence with your boy E-Dub is